Hey Jammers, Jaramaro here, and I just want to talk about My Adventures with Superman, episode 4. Let's go to Ivo Tower, you say. But to talk about that, I gotta talk about a little bit of previous Superman, because there's a lot of Superman going on. So previously on Superman, after stopping the villainous trio known as Inner Gang, who were committing crimes with strange technology, with stolen military gear that was fenced by the villain Livewire, Lois and Superman get some alone time, and the ever-intrepid reporter takes the opportunity to interview Superman, and because of her heroic selflessness during the freeze ray disaster, Superman grants the interview. And because Clark knows nothing about his mysterious genealogical history, he has no real answers for her, and that only makes Lois more suspicious. Now, she's roping Clark and Jimmy into doing research to track down Superman, but ace editor Perry White has other plans, giving the intern crew a shot at real reporting, covering a gala event of the unveiling of some new technology thrown by a billionaire playboy genius, Dr. Ivo, professional scumbag. And instead of sticking to the script and not talking about corporate and government corruption, the intern crew totally crashed the part. And Clark gets roughed up after standing up to the icky Dr. Ivo. And thrown out, Clark and Lois have a steamy disrobing, sewing up the blazer to meet the gala dress code, where Lois sees that Clark is built like a barn made of muscles. In the stairway sequence, Lois ignores a call from her dad, and her and Clark have an emotional moment where Lois vents about her vulnerabilities and Clark uplifts her by telling her how she uplifts him professionally, emotionally, blah blah blah. And then a scientist is seen running, crying, leaving a door open, and Clark and Lois take that opportunity to sneak back in and investigate. And that's where they find more Livewire-like strange technology. And some of it is even strapped to Dr. Ivo, who unveils the Parasite 1.0, an exosuit that rivals the powers of Superman. And as a demonstration, the insidious Dr. Ivo takes revenge on a board member of his company, and that calls Superman to the sea. Parasite, prepared for this, pops up an electro cage and really puts a wallop to Superman. Lois and Jimmy, who are trapped outside the cage, track down Ivo's co-conspirator, an assistant named Alex, in a control room keeping the cage charged, and they punch him out. And with the cage down and a little more room to maneuver, Superman avoids fighting with the energy-absorbing Ivo, and now, using his own energy to leapfrog after Superman spouting about his massive insecurities, Ivo's parasite suit eats away at himself, mutilating him. Eager to report on the crazy technology conspiracy connections, the intern crew uncovers a cover-up. The tech they saw earlier has been secreted away. And conspiracy on top of conspiracy, Lois finds a piece of research Clark was hiding from the crew, and Lois makes the connection that Clark Kent and Superman are both built like brick shit houses. Episode is absolutely amazing, building romance, building conspiracy, and building a tricycle. As the hot young reporters Lois and Clark start to fall for each other, with some complications, they edge out Jimmy little by little, and it really weighs heavy on his heart. Man, I can't wait to see what next. You should really be watching My Adventures with Superman, and watching me. Like, subscribe, I don't know. Keep an eye out for my new comic, The Tubular Times of Surf Burger, on WEBTOON and other social media. Tune back in for the next installment of My Adventures reviewing My Adventures with Superman, where I cover the next episode of My Adventures with Superman. You will believe a man can lie. Later, Jammers.